guys, welcome back to my channel. So today in this video I'm gonna create a Python program to calculate a mean of group data and display frequency column. Okay, so first of all let's begin with the question we have. So example, you have this question over here and it takes time to calculate, so that's why I'm gonna create here Python program to show you how quick it can calculate for you. So first of all, we have to go step by step and create an algorithm of how it should calculate. Okay, so first of all, we know we're given the frequency and we're given with the class over here. Okay, so now when you calculate, so we get sigma f equal 18, right? So first we have to do this step. It should first ask the user the list of frequency, and then we have to get to calculate the sigma f, the sum of frequency, and get the number 18. So let's start this first part. Okay, so I'm gonna need to ask the list. So lst, which is shortened, wait, I'm gonna write small letter list equal to input enter list of frequency, and then bracket dot split, so that it puts the comma in every list is inputting. Okay, so then we put the count as 0 so that it can increment. So since we know it's a cumulative frequency, so I'm gonna put CUMU and then slash list, and then just put this square bracket, but this is, I've initialized a variable. So for I in list, first I'm gonna need to go through the list that the user has inputted. So for that, there might be a spaces in between. So to remove the space in between, I have to write this program also. So put colon list dot remove. So I have to remove that letter which has a space in between the string, or else it will give the error and cannot calculate the space and cannot concatenate together. Okay, so and then in the next line here we're gonna write for item in range len list. Okay, so after we are done with this part is just to like filter out the clean numbers, because there might be spaces, like while typing the number you might accidentally put a space in between. So to remove the space, we just did this program, and now we're going to actual program where we calculate the frequency to get this part 18. Okay, the sigma frequency. So now we're gonna do it here, the second part. So list item equal int. So here we're gonna convert each of the strings that that the user input into an integer, and then it can only calculate. So list and then dot item. So okay, now we are done with that. So now here we're gonna increment by every number. So we have done the increment and set this as 0. So now we're gonna increment by 1 each time. So C plus and the number they have inputted will keep on adding each other. So list and then we close square bracket item. So that's we're done, and then now we will put CMU, since we're dealing with the cumulative frequency, so we're gonna use this as our variable name. Okay, so cumulative list ls list. Okay, and then we put dot append, and there we go, we put the C over here since we're incrementing, and after that value that we store into this count, we have to then store and append it into a list. Okay, so now we're gonna check it out here. So print, and we're gonna put sigma uh, sum of frequency. Okay, so let me put some symbol. So gonna have to do that so that it looks more better. Where did it go? Okay, let me put like this for a while to make it look sigma, and then f. Okay, and that should give me the value sum of the frequency. Okay, and then we put c over here, then press F5 and let's see if it works. So I'm gonna add my list of frequency 1278 127. Imagine I put space in between, but it still should work. So now there we go, we got 18. So that's the correct answer. So our part is done. We took the frequency lists and we add them and we calculate the sigma frequency. So we got 18. Okay, so this part is done. So now we have to move further now where we actually want to calculate mean. So we know mean is basically sigma. So mean is sigma fx by sigma f. So now have to find the sigma fx also. So we are done with the sigma f now. That's 18. Now we have to find sigma fx. So then since this is a class, so it's midpoint, and then we put midpoint x. So you know how to do that. Then that's 7.5, 12.5, 17.5, and then 22.5. So now how we calculate these things, and that what we have to know it. So like 10 plus 5 is divided by 2 gives you 7.5. So that should be also our algorithm, that for each number it will add the first number that we input and then the second, and it should add together by divide by 2. For example, I say this part is like x and y, so it should x plus y divided by 2 should give me the midpoint x, midpoint x. So for this, after that we will reach to a part where we find fx, so frequency times the midpoint, which would give you 7.5, and then give you 25, and gives you 122.5 and 180, and the sigma fx should give you 335. Alright, so this two value we have received it, but now we have to put this code this whole algorithm in our program to calculate the midpoint, the fx, and also the sigma fx. So now we're gonna do it here. So let's proceed forward. So we're done with this part. So let's remove this and go to second part where we actually calculate the midpoint. So I'm gonna write here my comment midpoint input from the user, and it will print the output also. Okay, so first we're gonna initialize the variables. So list, and then we put slash midpoint because we have to store all the list. Oh, sorry, here we have to input whatever the user inputs into the program. It should store in this list appended. Okay, and then we put the sigma fx over here. So I'm gonna need some good symbols over here. Let's just go again here to find the sigma over here. Let me take, finally found it. So sigma fx equal to 0. So now the symbol looks more better. And then fx equal to square bracket. So we're gonna store our fx as we taught here. These all calculated values should be stored into the square bracket fx that we have initialized over there in the program, and then it should calculate to get sigma fx. So now let's proceed forward. So now we're going to use for loop for I in range, and then we use len function list. Okay, so I'm gonna first, as I said over here, first we're gonna ask the user first number, that's x, and the second number, that's y. So that's how we should do it. Num1 equal to int input enter a number, enter the first number. Okay, so first number should be input, and then num2 equal int input enter second number, and then we close bracket, and then we finally calculate the midpoint of each number that the user inputted. Okay, so midpoint of each classes, sorry, the classes that the user has inputted. Okay, so midpoint gives should be equal to, so since I've explained the formula, it's x plus y divided by 2, right? So num1 plus num2, and that's divided by 2. Okay, so now at the final part, final touch, fx ans, let me write capital ans, so that's answer equal to list, and then index times the midpoint. All right, so midpoint, and then we come here, I'm gonna copy it, sigma fx equal, and then sigma fx plus sigma fx a and s that we have initialized over here. Okay, so this is our constant variable, so fx, and now we're done. Oh, sorry, we shouldn't put the sigma, we have to remove, we're actually adding this part, my bad. Okay, so then list dot append dot, we're gonna come later into that part. So first we're gonna list and the midpoint dot append the midpoint. All right, so this part, and now our final touch is going to be fx dot append, and then fx a and s. Alright, so this is our part, and then we are gonna have to print these values to check if our answer is correct. So print sigma fx equal to, and it should print that value out, sigma fx, and then down below, so print, and we have to calculate the mean. So this is our final touch. So fx, oh sorry, mean equal to, and then in this part we're gonna do a sigma fx divided by the sigma f. So we have already initialized here that count is sigma f over here. So now in this part we're gonna close the bracket, because this is the total number of the variables that we are supposed to find, this 18 over here. which is a C. So now if we run the program, it should give us the correct answer. So it's asking the list of frequency. So 1278, 1278. All right. And then we press enter. And now it's going to ask the first number. We have to add 5. And the second number we have is 10. And then we keep on, then 10, then 15, and then 15, 20, 20, 25. So there we go. Congrats, we got the right answer. So 335 as we calculated and 18.6111. So that you can round off by using library function if you want, because I suggest you use longer values. Some may need 3 decimal places or 3 significant figures or more numbers. So that's why it's better to print the full number. So now we are done with this part. Now we have done every part of our program, but this part is done. We have calculated the mean of group data. Our last part is going to be we have to display the frequency column. So we need this. So it should display a column in this way that's being shown in this page. So I want the column to be displayed in this manner. So for that, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna print it over here, write the program that should create table format and output the final. Alright, so this is our displaying the frequency column program in this third part. So I'm gonna just write this down. So this is a simple way. First we're gonna print the headings like over here. So for this part, print, and then I'm gonna write frequency, and then put the column, or you can put anything you want, any designs, or midpoint, and then we put X, and then we put FX, and then it's cumulative frequency, and I'm gonna write in short form to save my time. Okay, so now we're gonna do the actual program for obj for the object in range len and then list. Okay, so print, then we put any designs that you would like to. Let's suppose I want to put I over here, or let's say L, capital L. Anything you want to put. Let's say what I want to put over here is like, okay, column, and then over here we have to write the actual program. So obj, and then comma, and then we leave the space. Alright, and then multiply by how many times we have to cross away, len str, the string, so that ensure while it's printing it should put the string. Sorry, my bad, there's a problem over here. I should put this str. Okay, string this list obj, and then we put 3 brackets, then comma, and then we go into this part, and then we repeat for each time, but you have to change the variable and also the number of times you want to put the spaces in between the column. So I'm going to copy this, so we do this and then put comma. So we're going to change the variable names, so list, and then it should be mid, and the part will be the same. Okay, and the list, and then mid midpoint, and that should be 11 spaces away. Okay, and then enter. If I want to put, sorry, yeah, okay, so list, and then we're gonna change it and write fx. We want that part too over here, and then we change it, and let's suppose I want to put 7 spaces in between, and then fx. All right, be careful with your variables, or else it will print an error over here. Okay, so, and then the last part, cumulative frequency list, and then obj. All right, I'm gonna cut this down, everything. We're gonna copy that down, this, copy it, then paste it over here. So we're done with this and this part too. All right, so, and then we finally close the bracket, and there we go, we're done. And let's say we put it 8 over here, 8 spaces. Okay, so if we now print, so 1 2 7 8, oh sorry, 1 2 7 8. Okay, so first number we know is 5, 10, 10, 15, 15, 20, and then 20, 25. Boom, there we go, we got this table, the column we have created, oh sorry, column that we created, the same way as how we have created, how this picture shows the column, we have created the exact similar display over here. So if you're gonna check our answers, is also all correct. Okay, 12.5, that's right, we have got all the correct values. And then this part over here is cumulative frequency. Oh my bad, there must be some mistake over here, it's a bit too adjusted, more larger values, so that's why it's over here. So we can also create a space over here if you want, can do it like that, or instead of doing this we can put in that way, like that. Okay, so if we print now again, so now last part we have to also display the last answer, and then I'm going to pull /n so that it gives a space and show the clear answer. And then we print the sigma f equal, and then we close the break column, and then put the C over here. Okay, so now this is our final touch. Okay, so 1 2 7 8. All right, so 5 10 10 15, and then 15 20 20 25. There we go, we got that. So now it's adjusted, so you can put more values to create more space. For example, I'm gonna create more spaces over here, and then if I run it again, example, I add 1 2, let me put random numbers, 15 and then 20. Yeah, now we have adjusted it correctly. Or if you want a more space, then you can increase the number here, or you can just change the out. You can change the output if you want by changing these numbers. Okay, and then you can change the outlines in this part print. Okay, so now we're done with this part. It creates the exact frequency table we wanted, and it gives the all correct values. All right, so we're done with that. Okay, so now this is the program I created to calculate this mean over here, and now it's finally done the program. So thank you guys for watching my video. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys. Bye.